Previously on the Budgeteers. After 8 weeks on the road and hitchhiking over 6,000 kilometers through 7 countries, we had finally made it to the Panama border. And we're back.
We're back.
Lena's just here.
Hi, I'm here, we're back. We're in Panama!
We're in Panama!
We just had the hottest crossing ever. Welcome back, guys. A lot of people watched our first series, binge watched the first series, like just watched all of them back to back. So if you've made it all the way to the end on this series, thumbs up to you guys.
You either missed work, school, or something else important, and we appreciate it.
After our tax for leaving Costa Rica and entering Panama, we are down to $170, which is
Our budget is low.
Yeah, guys, we need to high five right now because we made it all the way from Los Angeles
to Panama. On less than $1,000.
On less than $1,000 each. Plan for this episode and for Panama is just to get lost, really. Just start hitchhiking, see what happens. So yeah, anyway, come with us. This is our last episode, so... Oh, God.
Come with me and you'll be in a world.
You can have beers without us, because that's not part of the Budgeteers rule.
No, she's just going delirious because she hasn't had any coffee yet. Ooh, it's hot in Panama. So we were hitchhiking down to that overpass thing for about an hour, maybe a bit more than an hour. Not a single person stopped. One guy actually did stop and said, I'm gonna go drop my girlfriend off and I'll come back for you, but he never did. Hitchhiking's proving difficult for us today, but you gotta be happy go smiley on the side of the road. Hi, pick me up, I'm not gonna kill you. Come on Lena, give me your best hitchhiking.
Hitchhiking face.
Yeah.
Give me this. That's good.
Anyway, hopefully we'll get picked up because this day's leaving us and we've done fuck all. Oh, there we go. It's okay. Ready? We're record breakers.
Get out the champagne.
Please, because I'm starving.
Longest wait award.
We have been waiting the longest time on this Budgeteers trip.
For a ride.
More than 2 hours.
Yeah.
As of now.
Look, watch this. No? Not interested? Taxi.
Petty, who would you like to dedicate this award to?
I would like to dedicate this award to... One car stopped. I'd like to thank him because he asked us for money, even though it wasn't a taxi, so good on you, mate.
We are the champions. We are the champions.
Are you tired?
Tired and hungry and really need a beer.
Dum dum.
Or a coffee.
Right, so who would you like to thank for this award?
That motorcycle. For just beeping at us for no reason.
Why don't I get up?
Who do you want to thank?
Lena, who do you want to thank? Turn around.
Hold the prize.
Turn around.
We deserve it.
Turn around. Who would you like to?
Not thanking you guys.
This was a team effort.
Yeah.
Me and Petty can't take all
Tell
that
that to
credit.
yourself. Never include me on your team.
Guys, let's go over here and let's go have fun over here. Taz, look at what I found.
It's way more fun over there.
We should go back to Asia. Ditch Lena. Jokes. Guys, I think we've been picked up 2.5 hours later. Yes! We got picked up! Well done, ¿Cómo te llamas?
My name is Elias.
Elias, thank you.
We were there for a long time.
And then it just started to rain, and your beautiful, handsome face pulled aside, and you picked us up. So thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Elias drove us to the port town of Alamirante, where we planned to catch the slow ferry to the island of Bocas del Toro. But since we had spent all day not getting picked up, we had missed it. So we had to pay $6 each to take the fast ferry over to the island. We spent the first night checking out the island, finding a place to stay, grabbing some food, and coming up with some plans with the limited money that we had left. Get it down, yeah.
Well, now you spilled it on me.
That's what she said.
Good morning, how are you? Second day here on Bocas Del Toro. Just woke up in our hostel, Coconut Hostel, just off the main square. Really nice place.
Good morning.
Oh, Tidy Boys here. They gave us free breakfast this morning. We had pancakes with pineapple and some coffee, which was nice. Nice to get something for free. And yeah, this hostel's pretty cool. They've got a few people who are like volunteering as well. Like there's a girl who's doing the linen this morning. There's a guy making breakfast for everyone. I think they get free accommodation here. So there's another example that you guys can follow, like we did in El Salvador. You can work for your accommodation. Good budgeteering tip. And yeah, I don't know what the plan for the day is just yet, but we just like lazy morning wake up. And this is interesting. Look, here you can, when you go into a hostel, you can always see like what prices they're charging for travel around Central America. And like it's good because we can see how much money we're saving by hitchhiking. But look, check this out. So for example, yesterday we went from Puerto Viejo to here, and that would have cost us $23 per person. And in a few days we're going to travel from here to Panama City. For that it would cost $38. So yeah, when you're saving 38 per person or 25 per person or whatever it might be, like that's how it adds up. And that's why hitchhiking is such a really important part of budgeteering. Hey mate. So yeah, we're going to finish getting ready and then go out and explore Bocas.
I love this place already. Cool.
We decided to get a $1 water taxi to a place called Aqua Lounge, where we would figure out what we should do. Morning!
Morning.
So, our budget, guys, it's almost gone. So we had a little chat, didn't we? We were like, what should we do? Should we drag this out for three or four more days? Or should we just enjoy our last few days here on this budget?
And go out with a bang.
And go out with a bang. And there's no better way to go out than to have a few nice cold beers.
Thank you all for all the people that brought us here. Thanks for all the drivers that picked us up. Thanks to all our couchsurfing hosts and all the incredibly generous people.
And thanks to you, the subscribers who donated that money for the school and the shitty toilet situation. You would have seen by now like how that's helped there. So cheers to that. Like really thanks a lot for that, because that really was amazing.
And thank you to Mexico for tacos.
Thanks for Mexico for tacos.
Thanks for Mexico.
That's a game
everything.
changer.
Thanks to Mexico for showing us your dick as well. Let's spend the last $50 we have.
In style.
Cheers.
tried a couple of times, I guess. Yeah. We wanted to show that anyone can travel, and girls as well. And if we would do it, it would just come across as only guys.
Lena's a legend because she showed that it's not just a male thing. You know, hitchhiking and couch surfing, and you know, girls can do it too.
She's a badass traveler.
She's a badass mother who don't take no crap from no one.
No one, man.
To do it with. I think it's so cool how we have such different dynamics amongst each other. Patty and I have known each other for about 3 years now, and me and Ty, we're like new best friends and soulmates because we love to eat. I can't wait for series 3. I'm really excited.
Oh yeah. Where would you want to see us go in season 3? Comment below. India. Well, I mean, yes. I mean, all I can see is a great shirt. Welcome back to the epilogue, guys. So yeah, we ran out of money over at the Aqua Lounge today. We had such a good day.
We didn't though. Don't we still have like 20
No, that's for the ferry that I've already said we paid for tomorrow. But one of the things that we've been talking about this entire trip, when we finish, we'll go out for a nice meal, not on the budget because we've spent it, and we'll have wine.
While we're all hungry on the road, just like thinking, oh, when we finish this trip and don't have any restrictions, we're gonna just go for the craziest meal ever.
3 courses. So right now we've had our starters, we've had our mains, we're just waiting for our, oh my god, look at this coffee I just ordered. Thank you so much. Is that the coffee Calypso? So this is a coffee Calypso. No, ties can be in it.
It's just his arm.
Alright.
It's a little awkward.
It's coffee, whipped cream, cinnamon, Kahlua, and rum. Yes, please. And this costs this coffee alone costs $6. Can you imagine on this trip ordering a coffee that costs $6?
Yeah.
If you remember back to the end of the first series, if you guys are hardcore, you saw our first series, and me and Ty's had no money. I had $400 to my name, and I went to Australia, and I had to stay on couches and friends of friends' couches until I got myself on my feet. Ty's...
I spent a week in Bali in the hospital, which is luckily paid for by my insurance, because I wouldn't have been able to pay it myself.
So for the rest of this epilogue, guys, we are going to show you what happens. We're going to still hitchhike to Panama City. We're still going to couch surf with Lena's cousin. And then me and Ty's are going to go off to have some fun in the San Blas Islands, which is the picturesque Caribbean beautiful islands.
And go crazy.
And go crazy. I've been saving this shirt for the last day of this trip. It's been
all
stuck.
the time he has carried this shirt for 2 months.
I didn't want to wear it. I wanted to like break it out on our last night, celebrating the fact that we hitchhiked all the way from fucking Los Angeles
I ate half your cookie.
to Panama. Oh, Lena won the dessert. Look at that. What did you order again?
Brownie.
It's okay.
So we got a little drunk, but it's safe to say none of us were in top form the next morning. However, we did make it back to the mainland, this time on the cheaper slow ferry. And I'm not joking when I say it took us all day to get to our next destination, David.
Good morning. So we made it to David last night. We're staying in a hostel here, which is just in this like residential area in the city. It's a bit weird. We couldn't find it for ages. But a weird thing happened last night. So we were staying right here, and last night someone got shot right here, like literally across the street. So we should probably leave this time.
It was a straight shot to our final destination, Ciudad de Panama. We knew it was going to be a really long hitch, but these were our last few moments together for a while. So we savored every last annoying quality that soon we knew we'd miss.
New Budgeteer gang.
We arrived late that evening, and I was particularly excited because our final hosts were my cousins, Tato and Ete, and they let us crash with them for a few days while we explored the city.
Welcome to Panama City.
Cheers, man.
The next few days we spent at the apartment, we surely enjoyed the views and the amazing Colombian hospitality from Lena's cousin and her husband. Lena had booked her flight home, so we only had 2 days left as a trio. So we decided to see as much of Panama City as we could. The first day, we walked to the older part of town and explored the marina. The city is amazingly beautiful, and the contrast between the old and the modern is really unique in this part of the world. The coolest thing we stumbled on was a rum cocktail bar, where we tried out all the cocktails on the menu at happy hour prices and got to know some really cool locals.
The name of this drink is La Ceiba.
For sure, we couldn't leave Panama City without visiting the Great Panama Canal. Now, the weather was totally shit and it pissed down all day, but that doesn't actually get in the way of the fun. There's a really cool museum you can explore and learn all about how the canal was built. The most interesting part is how the French had started the build, but they had to throw in the towel after years of problems with diseases and finance. Thankfully, however, in the 1940s, the Americans came to save the day, and they quickly cleared the jungle to make room for the 77-kilometer-long Panama Canal. In fact, as the ship sailed peacefully through the canal, we couldn't help imagine what it must have sounded like as the bulldozers and the dynamite destroyed the pristine jungle. Unfortunately, the time had arrived for Lena to head back to Asia, and so the Budgeteers would return to being a double act.
Okay, so it's my last day.
I start my journey back to Hanoi today, and we're gonna go wake up Patty. 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 Wake up. I'm leaving.
Really? It's goodbye time.
Really, it's goodbye time. Come on. So these guys get to go on holiday for a week now. And I have to head back to work, to the grind. I'm trying not to cry. My eyes were just tearing. Are you guys gonna miss me? Even though I'm the moodiest bitch around.
Come on. Come on.
Your bum is fat.
And we're not gonna. My bum is fat, so all the men out there know.
We're gonna miss Arlena.
Safe flight, don't die. Don't
Okay.
get blown up by terrorists.
I'll see you soon, yeah? And if you want to come to Hanoi.
To edit.
To edit. Or just to eat and drink beer.
There goes Lena, our newest member of the Budgeteers that really proved herself in this season and really saved me and Patty, honestly. Always a sad thing about traveling, saying goodbye. You get used to it once you're like used to traveling, because you meet a lot of people, but you also have to say goodbye to them. But you know that you'll meet again, so that's always the nice part. Just the fact that you know that you'll see each other again.
That morning, Ty's and I said our goodbyes to Lena's family that had kindly put us up in the city for the past 3 nights. Our plan was to get to the paradise islands of San Blas and relax a little bit after this epic trip we had just finished. The problem we faced is that the San Blas Islands is technically another country separated from Panama, and the local people who live there try to keep tourism to a minimum so that their cultural heritage remains as unchanged as possible. What most backpackers seem to do is either sail from Portobello or Colón to the San Blas Islands, where they sleep on the boats before continuing the sail all the way to Colombia on a 4-day trip. Or the other way is to drive directly from Panama City to the coast and pay for a 1 or 2 night stay on one of the islands before coming back to the city. Now, both of these options sound great, but both are really expensive, and even though our budgeteering budget was finished, we didn't just want to blow hundreds of dollars on a short trip. I mean, we are the Budgeteers, right? We figured the best way to get a cheap trip to the San Blas Islands was to head to Portobello. After a long day walking around the town, talking to some hostel owners, talking to a few captains, we finally found an awesome cheap option.
Cheers to this.
Cheers!
We got a boat, guys.
So we do the proper preparation for a boat. Get pissed drunk.
Yeah. We're staying here at the hostel Portobello, guys, and this town is a nothing town. There is nothing to it. It's a bit of a Caribbean vibe, but there is nothing to do. The guy who owns this hostel, he approached us. He knew that we were looking for a boat, and he's like, okay, there's 3 girls who are going to sail all the way to Colombia over 4 nights via the San Blas Islands, which is where we want to go.
They're gonna pay full option. And we were like, we'd like to come with, but we can't pay.
Yeah, he offered us $140 per person per day, including all your food, which is really nice, but this guy works here.
Hola.
He's completely stoned the entire time. Yeah, he offered us $140 per person per day all the way to Colombia, and we said, well, thanks, but we don't want to go to Colombia, we just want to go to San Blas.
Yeah.
Can we just get on the boat? So he's like, okay, let me call him, he's a good friend of mine. And since he has 3 passengers paying the full whack all the way to Colombia, I think he thought, Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we're just an extra. We're just paying for his gas, probably.
Yeah, so he's gonna drop us off in San Blas Islands. It's like a 12-hour sail. We're gonna leave tonight, and we're only paying $50. So high five on that shit.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring our own food. We're gonna bring a bottle of rum because you can't go sailing around the Caribbean without a bottle of rum.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we just got to hang around for the rest of the day and meet the girls who are coming on the boat and try not to annoy them because they're paying the full thing and we're just paying $50. We're budgeteers and we're budgeteering the San Blas Islands.
Exactly.
So yeah, we're just going to enjoy the rest of the day in this sketchy, weird Portobello town.
Later that evening, we met up with the hostel owner who introduced us to our Italian captain and the girls who were sailing with him for the next 4 nights. Since it was really dark when we boarded the boat, we just had a few drinks and we got to know our captain and the girls, and we went to sleep pretty early, not really knowing what to expect when we woke up.
After successfully budgeteering our way to this tropical paradise, we set about finding cheap accommodation. We talked to the head of this island and explained that we were looking for a cheaper option. He was kind enough to give us 2 tents, and for only $12.50 per day, we were both giving a tent and 3 meals a day. The first thing we were dying to do was go swimming. We grabbed some snorkels, and since the water was so inviting, we just dove straight in.
The snorkeling is some of the best in the world. The waters are calm and shallow, and we had a blast just swimming from island to island. As you can imagine, the islands have a labyrinth of reefs that only experienced captains and the locals can navigate. And soon enough, we swam to an island that had a wreck on its north-facing reef. We weren't too sure whether to swim over or not, and sure enough, some local lads came over and told us it wasn't safe to swim near it. Even though none of us spoke the same language, we managed to get a free ride with them over to the wreck to check it out. So this is how you hitchhike in the Caribbean. As we got closer, we found a rope ladder that we later found out the locals had put up so that they could salvage materials from the wreck. We were also later told that this ferry had come to the rescue of another tourist sailing boat that had run aground on the reef, and in its haste to rescue the other boat, it also got caught on the reef. Now, although admittedly we did have a blast climbing around this wreck, exploring its cabins and the decks, it is a stark sign of the negative impacts of Western tourism on the local community. This wreck is only 2 months old and the islanders don't have the facilities to drag it away to safety. And there are big worries that storms could cause the hull to breach and leak its oil into the ecosystem. Since there was no electricity on the islands, our battery life was limited, so we decided to just relax and only film one more piece the day we decided to leave the islands.
Damn.
Salud!
Salud.
We're back. The last 5 days have been incredible. We didn't really do any filming other than like GoPro footage and using the camera now and again.
Showing you how amazing this place is.
But we're going to talk to you about San Blas, aka Cunayala. Cunayala is the name of this country. We didn't know it was a country until we got here. It is a country. It's not part of Panama.
So we've done 9 countries on this trip.
These are our Dutch friends. Come in.
Sup?
These are our next door neighbours.
Where's my beer?
So where do we start? It's rainy season, so you know, for 2 days whilst we were here, I have to admit, it rained. We didn't do anything other than read our books and chill. But this place is picture perfect paradise, and I can't explain that enough. I've travelled the world, and Ty's, you have too, and I really can't think of anywhere else more idyllic, more picturesque, more perfect. The water is clear, the sand is white, the sunsets, the whole thing is just incredible. But that's not actually my favourite thing about this place. My favourite thing about this place is there are hundreds of islands. There's islands with albinos, and they call them the children of the lightning.
No, children of the moon.
Children of the moon. That's right. Sorry, Ty. You're right. There's an island full of ladyboys. There's hundreds of these islands, and they're all controlled by the women. It's a matriarchal society. I mean, it's the most interesting place I've ever been, and yet there's nothing here.
Nobody knows anything about it.
There's the culture here. Now, unfortunately, the Kuna people, the people who live here, generally don't like to be filmed. It's their culture not to be filmed.
That's why this is not really a really touristic place, because they don't really like tourists. They allow them here. It's quite expensive for other people to come here.
If you're studying like environmental sciences or humanities or Spanish
or the effects of tourism
on
the people that are living there, this is
the
ground zero.
This is ground zero. You need to come here. You need to do your masters here. You need to study here, because the people here, and we don't have much footage, but the people here are undecided whether they should allow tourism here at all. They enjoy the fact that they get some money, but they don't really care because they have lobsters. You just go swimming out here, you'll find like lobsters for dinner, and they cook lobsters here. The food here is insane. It's just fresh fish and lobster, man.
3 meals a day, and the most incredible meals I've had in Panama.
Well, in Central America.
Every time when either breakfast, lunch or dinner is ready, they sound their seashell horn, just to let all the people that are staying on the island know.
The people who sail up here onto these islands, they're not budgeteers. They're CEOs of the biggest companies you've ever heard of. These people know how to live. And when they heard about our budgeteering, they heard that we hitchhiked here from fucking Los Angeles. Then they flipped out. But you can budgeteer it, like we just showed you. We're not rich people. Me and Ty's, we're normal people.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have come up with the budgeteers, because it was our
we
way
want to
of
show you.
traveling.
We want to show you that you can travel on the cheap. No, it's okay, man. That's Fabio. Fabio's the guy with the biggest yacht in this whole area. Boobity boobity.
We love him.
Parmesano!
Fabio, come say hello. This is YouTube. Ah, oi. He's got one of those all year round.
Everyone can come in.
I hear they have beer here.
Blackburn cabins.
If you've made it to the end of the last episode, you're the people that we actually give a shit about. Because a lot of people watch our show because of Google, you know, they type in something and our video pops up. But if you've made it to the end, then you're the people that we care about. You're our fans, you're the people who enjoy what we do and how we make our show. And we just want to say thanks for watching, thanks for all the support.
You're the people that we do it for.
You're the people that we do it for.
Push us extra.
This channel's not going to die. We'll get a third series out there. Let us know in the comments, what did you like about this series, what did you not like about this series.
Because we're really curious about what you think of what we do and how we can improve.
Anyway, Ty's another series is over.
Yeah.
Season 2 is finished. Got to go back to the airport.
We ended like this
Back to
the
the real
first
world.
time in Cambodia, and now we're in San Blas in the Caribbean.
Anyway, here's to you, Central America, you crazy fucking
Thanks for everything.
mental place.
Thanks for all the lovely people that we met.
And we'll see you in the next one. I can't believe another series is over. That one went faster than the first one.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.